Ooh.
Look at that. Thank you.
And there's one we made earlier. So, you know, the wall that you've just seen in that promo video is in fact behind Liam at the moment in the Innovation House showroom. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Liam.
Hello.
Hello, Jenny. Hi, Chris. Hi, Liam.
Hi, everybody.
Really,
How's
really
everybody
great to
doing?
have you here on our technical difficulties day. So I think that's a combination of faults, Chris. We forgot about the video.
This is our technical difficulty special. It's like a Christmas special, but it's for technical difficulties. We're celebrating that today. Enjoy, everybody. It's free.
Important challenges.
Yeah,
well, I won't have any technical difficulties now because I wrote down on a piece of paper some questions to ask our guests. So we're all good from here forward. Liam, I'm going to come to you first. You know, we've called the show MicoLED Explained. What is it? What did we have before? SMD technology, I believe, is what we've been working with predominantly in the past. And what is MicoLED and what makes it different?
Well, I guess to answer that question, I normally sort of take it a step back from where we are with LED for business. And I position the kind of holy grail that we're working towards, because MicoLED is an emerging display technology that is set to potentially impact every display technology platform that we currently use today. So in simple terms, it's microscopic LED pixels that emit their own light. And what MicoLED is able to do is to achieve new levels of performance that we can't get currently today with LCD OLED technology, and actually offers us some enhancements on existing SMD video wall technology as well. Some people ask me, when you say microscopic, how small is that? And the easiest way to compare that is a human hair is around 50 microns or 50 micrometers, which is 1,000th of a millimeter. And typically, MicoLED displays, particularly wearable devices, are under 50 microns. And in the video wall displays we currently use in business-to-business signage, they're around 100 microns. So they're extremely small. The technology itself is, if you compare it to current LCD technology that uses an LED backlight, that's the key word there. An LCD uses a backlight. So where an LCD turns to black, there's still some light there, so you don't get a true black. If you contrast that to an OLED display technology, each RGB, red, green, and blue pixel emits its own light. So when we go to black, the light's off, we turn off the light, and we get a true black. LCD is great at producing higher brightness to an OLED, and OLED, because it has an organic LED, can't hit the same brightness levels as an LCD, and it can suffer from image burn-in as well because of the way that it degrades. So the critical difference really for MicoLED is that it uses a self-emissive technology like an OLED, so each pixel turns on and off, but it's able to outperform LCD and OLED. So it basically takes the best of LCD, takes the best of OLED, none of the downside, and it basically delivers a better display performance. So that means that currently in the market, you've got a bit of a battle going on with patents. So you've got a number of the major display manufacturers all fighting to try and bring MicoLED to market. You've got actually some of the electronics giants coming in as well. So companies like Apple bought a micro display, low power micro display developer way back in 2014. Last year, Facebook announced a partnership with a UK company called PSCo, who are a micro display, micro LED developer. And then you've got companies like Samsung, we've got Andrew in the room, who have actually managed to bring micro LED to market with their luxury TV, the wall, and their B2B signage products. But there is that battle happening, and that's because really MicoLED can deliver better than what we've got today. It can outperform MicoLED, OLED and LCD, and it's kind of a bit of a golden goose. So whoever can get there first, they're going to be able to sort of lay those golden eggs.
Golden eggs. I like the golden
absolutely.
eggs analogy. This is a good time, I guess, to speak to the man with the golden eggs. That's
an intriguing analogy to follow on from.
Yeah. So, Andrew, you delivered the first golden eggs in the industry. What is it that Samsung had or that Samsung saw about MicoLED that meant that you guys developed so early on? Because I think we're moving towards your third generation of product now. Other manufacturers are now launching MicoLED options, even though they've been in the LED space for quite some time. What made Samsung choose this technology as their route forward?
Absolutely. Well, Samsung is got interests outside of just the display category. It's obviously a large electronics company with consumer electronics through TVs, mobile phones, our LFD displays. LED presented us with an opportunity that, as we're a manufacturer that likes to lead that innovation and bring that new experiences and challenging the way in which we use things, MicoLED brought a unique technology that actually has a chance to influence and affect all of them. And we saw that as an amazing opportunity to start investing in that. So we've invested heavily over the last number of years. We successfully brought MicoLED to market a couple of years ago through the Wall Lux. And from that, it has been the breeding ground to obviously then bring the Wall for Business, and in that time onto our third generation of MicoLED. But that miniaturization of the tech will influence the consumer TV space. It will eventually influence the likes of mobile phones and wearable technology, something which Samsung has a huge interest in continuing to innovate and push the envelope.
And so how do you decide what goes where? Because like you've just said, your heritage is in displays. You've got the strongest presence in consumer. So there's so many options. You've got very large displays, over 90-inch. You've got video wall options within your portfolio. You're competing against some projection manufacturers, and then you've got your LED series at varying different pixel pitches. What dictates to your team what is put forward to an application? How do you decide between them?
Well, I suppose LED was. There's no easy, I suppose, answer here. Every application and every usage scenario has its own quirks and unique elements. But I suppose LED, having started, I think, much more heavily from an outdoor environment into an indoor environment, I think for us it just fit. It allows the cost of the product, the scalability of the product, the variety of application which goes within a corporate B2B space. It was just the right fit to put it into this space, not trying to influence it first from a consumer space, but come from more a corporate space. And it is quite unique. It's not often a B2B or corporate technology actually influences this way through to consumer. It quite often comes the other direction. But I think it was just the right platform, the right area for the widest reach and development across the other areas of the business.
Well, I mean, if you need someone to test out a Wall Lux in their home, I think Chris or I would be happy to do that. We could have it in the back at
even a mini
live,
wall. Even a mini wall, 65, 75. We're
No,
good. Just compact
That'll
it.
do.
Throw it in the dryer, shrink it.
So shortly we're going to put you guys to the test. So we've created a mini quiz, and we'll be able to name the king of LED in the UK by who wins said quiz. But we've golden eggs. I wonder if we could talk about crystal balls instead. Liam, get your crystal ball out and tell me, what do you think? As having a holistic view of the LED market in the role that you do, what does this mean? What does MicoLED mean for the industry? What does it mean for the future of LED? What can we expect over the next 5 to 10 years?
One of the promises of MicoLED is actually in the manufacturing process, you should be able to manufacture a MicoLED for a lower cost than you currently do by taking your pixels, packaging them into a surface mount device, and then soldering that onto the surface. If you can take the pixel directly, chip on board, then technically you should be able to introduce more automated processes and deliver a lower cost base. We're not there yet. So I think what is MicoLED going to give us? It's going to give us two things. It should, in the long run, make LED video display more accessible through price. But at the same time, it's going to increase the visual performance of the LED, and it's going to make it more robust and reliable because the pixel sealed in the surface. And critically, it's actually going to drive down the pixel pitch to make it smaller. So we're actually going to be able to achieve higher pixel densities, closer viewing distances. So instead of having a 130-inch that delivers full HD, that's quickly going to be, instead of a 1.5 pitch, that's going to be a 0.7, and it's going to be a 4K screen. So I think it's going to be that. It's going to drive costs down, make it more accessible, increase visual performance, and it's going to deliver a better visual experience through resolution.
So it'll soon be in our homes. Chris, shall we put them to the test and name the king of LED?
Absolutely. I wish I had some sort of quirky, like magical thing. You've been talking about golden eggs and crystal balls, but you know, you got me today, man. I'm all quirked out. So let's go right to the quest. Can we call it a quest instead of a questionnaire?
Yeah,
let's go to the game, and we will dub this and trademark it to Quest.
So we need to allocate buzzer sounds so that we know who got there first, right? So, guys, did you want to pick your own buzzer sounds, or shall we allocate you both a buzzer sound?
I'll go with Awooga.
Okay. Awooga for Liam and Andrew.
I don't even know where to go with that.
Andrew will do anything other than Awooga. A yelp would be fine.
I'll just go with oi oi.
Oi oi. Okay.
Oi, oi.
Liam, Awooga, and Andrew, oi oi. Question number 1. What does LCD stand
Awooga.
for? Liam.
Liquid crystal display.
Point.
Correct. Question number 2. Which 3 colors make up a pixel?
Awooga.
Oi.
Oh. I think
Tie
it was
goes
Liam.
to the visitor.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Am I the visitor?
Andrew.
You're the visitor. Yeah, kind of. Go for it, sir.
Red, green, blue.
Correct.
Ding. Point.
Right. Here is a UK versus US question. So question 3, which is the larger LED canvas, Piccadilly Circus or Times Square?
Awooga.
Oi, oi.
Ooh.
Tough.
I think I got Liam on that one
Okay.
as the official scorekeeper. Go for it, Liam.
I've got to go across the pond here. It has to be Times Square.
Do you know, you are correct, but it's actually closer than people would think. So the Piccadilly Circus is 44.5 meters by 17.5 meters versus 56 by 27. I expected there to be a bigger difference, if I'm honest, between the two. But you are correct, Liam. Congratulations.
Points.
Now,
More luck than judgment, maybe.
well, let's test your math skills, guys.
Uh-oh.
If I want to create an 8K true resolution canvas using Samsung IWA 0.8 millimeter,
Awooga.
how many cabinets do I?
Awooga.
Liam.
I'm going to go with 64.
I don't know the answer to the question.
Sounds close. Andrew, are you greater than or less than 64? We're doing prices right here.
8K.
Right, for
8 by
8K,
8.
it would be 64 cabinets, but there would be 8 cabinets spare.
I'm going to give the points to Andrew simply because he went a little further detailed. How's that?
Yeah,
Okay,
I agree. And I should next time get the answers before we ask the question. So, guys, this is the final one, and I believe we're at a tie. Chris, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so you have 30 seconds. And this is about who does the best mime. Now, maybe you've both played air guitar before. Today, we are going to award the status title of King of LED to the person who does the best mime of installing a 130-inch LED display canvas. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We need instant replay for this answer. Okay. This is great.
Just for the record,
definitely
you've
the
got one
robot.
behind you that you could just use.
Yes.
I don't know.
all right.
I think it's a tie. Let's
Well,
just go with both.
what do you want to go with?
I
We can give
was
it
going
to
to name
Liam?
them both king.
All right, you can name them both kings, but I have the points tallied up here, and we have to subtract and add points. We were giving half a point to Liam for wearing a very nice colored shirt, and then we're also giving him a point for great hair. We are subtracting a point from Andrew for his great hair, exactly. But we are definitely giving it to Andrew for his impressive video conferencing internet that he has. So we are definitely still back at the tie. So unfortunately, you both have to share the crown. We will send you each a half of a crown, maybe a Burger King crown, and you can fight over that. I will happily provide the crown and maybe a Happy Meal each. So we're definitely getting there. We do have a question that came across on the socials. If you guys want to break this tie. And I can even throw Jenny in it, because then Jenny can win the Queen of LED title on this. I have a question here from Aaron Peterson, all the way from the USA. Isn't Times Square multiple LED walls, whereas Piccadilly Circus is a single canvas?
So Piccadilly Circus is now a single canvas.
The actual whole building, and it wraps around the corner.
Yeah.
Where I think Times Square is section sort of going up and taller, and I think that's what gives the misperception of the size, because Times Square is a number stacked up as opposed to one big space.
But were you referring to the Times, when you say Times Square is a big joint, right? Are you referring to the Marriott?
The multiple screens dotted around, yes.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to trump that, I think the US have an even bigger one now at Sophie Stadium.
Yes.
Maybe we'll ask that later. That's a good. Let me take that down as notes here. Andrew, you just got yourself a point, and maybe
which brand is that?
I think that might be Samsung, actually. I think there's something like 70,000 square foot of LED. That's off the top of my head, or something.
We're subtracting 0.25 for self-promotional pop there.
Well,
that's like walking in. That's like walking in and just doing this. That's awesome. Okay, so let's. This is great. So we got the question, Aaron. There's your answer. Thank you so much for sending in the question via YouTube. So we do have one of our social channels absolutely in tune, working with everything. Again, thank you, gentlemen, for your combat in this hard-hitting fight about micro LED. And yes, a wall to Jenny and to myself would absolutely be appreciated. But again, just keep it small. I don't have that big of a house. So that's all. I don't want to advertise it for the neighborhood. So anyway, outside of that, where are we going to next?
So I think we should give Liam, even though we've deducted points for self-promotion, let's just quickly give Liam and Andrew an opportunity to tell people who want to reach them where they can do that. Andrew, how do people get in touch with you?
Obviously, the easiest ones will be through, obviously, our website does have a capture to get in touch with Samsung. Obviously, if people do want to get in touch with myself, email address is a.douglas@samsung.com. For more email, obviously, then there's also my partner in crime, Liam, through PSCo for Samsung LED.
Great. And Liam, how do people reach you?
You can contact me by going to the PSCo website, which is psco.co.uk. If you wanted to get booked in at this amazing showroom and actually see micro LED, mini LED, SMD side by side and understand it by seeing it. You can do that by Googling Innovation House in the UK, and you can find our dedicated website there and get yourself a tour booked in.
All right. I have to ask the question before you gentlemen both head off. So you're telling me that I can actually see you two in the same place at the same time?
Absolutely.
Talking about the same thing?
Stranger things have happened.
Dear God, man, I
A
am
real-
slow to the party today. But
A
this
real
will be
pixel
awesome.
clash.
Yeah, so you guys can recreate this long battle again, this battle of wits
Every
at the
day,
Innovation
every
House
day.
at any point. Ladies and gentlemen, you now know that you can find both Andrew and Liam lurking at the Innovation House, and do test their knowledge, because that's that they kind of like this kind of stuff. It's kind of weird, right? AV nerds, this is what we do. We like to challenge our stuff. Well,
Thanks
appreciate
so
it.
much
Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for having
See
us.
you
Cheers,
soon.
Chris. Cheers, Jenny. Thanks for having us.